Life really peaked in 2023 and then was never the same again. Every now and then I get the feeling that I'm not the same as I used to be back then. I used to be like a hungry lion chasing after his goals. I was ambitious, I was driven and motivated, disciplined and consistent, where I really was motivated as hell. And now I look back and think, things haven't been the same for 2 years, maybe more. And I think this is partly to do with me leaving school because when I was in A levels, I was highly obsessed with this goal and driven by this goal of achieving high scores in my A levels. And so I was committed, I was locked in. And when I did achieve that goal finally, alhamdulillah, stopped chasing excellence. I mean, the last time I was really locked in on something, driven and disciplined and consistent. I mean, disciplined in the sense that consistent every single day, working towards something. It was probably last year, bro, when I had to resit my maths GCSE to get into medical school. Other than that, it's just not been the same. Even though I do have goals, I have ambitions, it's just not the same anymore. I get distracted very easily. And I feel like I've lost that spark in me. I just feel like a shadow of my former self. And yes, even though I've been through some trauma since then, some bad stuff, and I feel like that must have had an impact on me. The mindset I had back then, I was reading books, hitting the gym consistently, eating clean all the time, working hard in content creation. But bro, guess what? These thoughts that I'm having, and I want you to think about this as well, this rumination, this romanticizing the past, it's pathetic. This is soy boy stuff. This is weak stuff. Instead of wishing and hoping and ruminating over the past and obsessing over it, oh, I was like this and that and I can't be the same again. I need to get to work and make it happen. You see, your body remembers the discipline. Your mind remembers the hard work and your soul, it remembers the purpose. It's not too far gone. All it takes is 6 months of discipline, 6 months of locking in. Help, make it 3 months, bro. If you stick to a diet for 3 months, stick to your routine for 3 months and work towards a goal consistently, you can surpass your prime. Your body has muscle memory. Whenever you get distracted and whenever your soul tempts you to fall into instant gratification, think about this. What would the prime version of me do in this situation? Let's say you want to eat junk food, you want to eat sugar, right? What would prime Ahmed do in this situation? Would he follow through with his desires? Or would he eat healthy? Or would he not eat anything at all? Would he rather starve himself than intoxicate himself with this sugar? What would he do? And just do that thing, man. Because that prime version of you is not dead. It's still there. It's just dormant. You've not been feeding it. I mean, would the prime version of you hit the gym and be consistent even if he doesn't want to? Or would he find an excuse to skip another day of gym? Another thing is journal. When you feel like your life is going off track, try to journal. Write down and put it in front of yourself. Really, what do you want in life? What are your next goals? And when you have it laid out in front of you, that will motivate you and drive you to start striving towards those goals again. And instead of just obsessing with the past, make a routine and try to stick to it as closely as possible. Every time you fall back, you just get back up again. And journal, write down your thoughts, write what you want and then chase it. Above all, cut all the damn distractions. The biggest distraction is your phone. Throw your phone away. Wallahi, what works for me a lot is just turning the phone off and throwing it away in my closet and then sitting away from the closet to work. That cuts down distraction and screen time so much. Be conscious over your phone use. Don't just mindlessly scroll for hours and hours and hours because that destroys your momentum, destroys the snowball effect, and then there's more friction to start work again and stay consistent. Cut out the junk food, the video games, all of that. Change your environment, clean up your room, and get back to work. There's no use crying over wasted time or saying that, oh, I wish I started earlier. Well, you didn't, did you? So like Joe Rogan said, shut up and get back to work. Let's make this summer ours. This transformation to your prime is not going to happen magically. You're going to have to put in the work. So I don't care even if you have to make yourself motivated by watching David Goggins videos, whatever, but do it and get to work. Build that consistency and momentum. And once you build that momentum, it becomes easier to remain consistent, inshallah. Whatever you do though, make sure that it is something that pleases God because that gives you purpose. Share this video with a friend of yours that you feel like he's just wandering around as if he's the shadow of his former self. He's not in his prime anymore. He's like a dusty Nissan GTR in an old garage, just abandoned. Get to work. Assalamu alaikum.